Now, ABC 7 News at 4 on your side.
Unexpected dangers on a hiking trail in Frederick County, Maryland, and now police believe they were actually left there on purpose.
This week, someone found 2 wooden traps with razor-like blades attached. Kevin Lewis live in Frederick County with this unsettling discovery. Kevin.
Hi there, Allison. On Monday, a hiker was walking in these woods behind me when he stubbed his toe. He looked down, and this is what he saw. 2 sharp razor blades sticking out of little wooden boards. Those boards were buried in the dirt. One of the blades was awfully rusty. This all happened in the Frederick watershed, about 5 miles north of downtown Frederick. The hiker called police. They now have those traps in their possession. As far as a motive goes, there are 2 main theories here. One, that this act is one of a deranged citizen. However, more people seem to believe the perpetrator is seeking revenge against mountain bicyclists who some environmentalists say are slowly eroding the watershed.
Usually the motives for revenge are to target a specific person, you know, but just to target anyone in the open, I mean, you just got to be a really special kind of evil person to really do that, I think.
I mean, you could hurt kids or, you know, hurt anybody out there. So that's just, whoever's doing it, whatever they're doing it for, it's just uncalled for.
Now, police say enforcement will be tough just due to the sheer size of this forest preserve. To date, police have no suspects in mind. Thankfully, no one has been hurt. We're live in Frederick County. I'm Kevin Lewis, ABC 7 News.
Scary. All right, Kevin, thank you. Well, let's turn to the weather now, and of course, another hot day outside.
It was, but some areas now could see some showers, maybe some storms this evening. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hill is tracking it all for us. He joins us now with a first look. Hey, Doug.
Hey, Jonathan, Allison. Definitely another hot and humid day. The 52nd time this summer we've hit 90 degrees or higher, just kind of cloudy and very hot and humid outside the Belford Furniture Weather Center with a few showers popping just west of the metro area right now over western sections of Fairfax County, not far from Washington Dulles, south of Winchester. A few more popping, these all in advance of a cold front that's approaching the area. The heaviest shower now is well to the west of Winchester, south of Winchester along Interstate 81. So everything's kind of drifting off to the east. There will, in fact, be scattered showers, isolated rumbles of thunder this evening and into the nighttime hours. Looks like tomorrow, though, we'll have a little better chance as this cold front gets closer. There's another one just to the south of Catlett. So a number of things to watch here. Nothing severe. We don't expect that, but we do expect the heat and humidity continue for a while longer here. 90 degrees in Manassas as we speak, 94 at Reagan National and Andrews. When you factor in the moisture in the air, the dew point temperatures, it feels right now like it's 100 degrees at Andrews Air Force Base. Feels like 100 now at Reagan National Airport. So we didn't oversell the heat and humidity that was coming today. Now tonight, isolated showers in the forecast, and then just kind of partly cloudy and muggy late tonight. Will hold in the 70s in most areas. It's going to take through the day tomorrow for this cold front to push through, and as an area of low pressure moves up along the front during the day, our probability of rain tomorrow goes up to 80%. We'll talk about what happens after the front and the weekend in just a few minutes. Allison.
Okay, very good. And we want to remind you to stay on top of any changes in the weather by signing up for our text alerts. Just go to WJLA.com/text and then enter your cell phone number.
The city of Baltimore has approved the multi-million-dollar settlement with the family of Freddie Gray. The city will pay $6.4 million to Gray's family to settle all civil claims over his death. Baltimore Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake says the settlement does not mean that 6 officers charged in his death are guilty.
The civil claims is completely unrelated to the criminal case the 6 officers currently face. The city's decision to settle the civil case should not be interpreted as passing any judgment on guilt or innocence of the officers.
The settlement comes as a judge is expected to make a decision this week on where the officers will be tried. Defense attorneys have asked for a change of venue, citing pretrial publicity.
The Loudoun County Sheriff's Office has identified an Ashburn teenager as a suspect in a vandalism spree. The 13-year-old boy spray-painted Trailside Middle School and school buses in the Ashburn Farm area. Detectives say the teen acted alone, and there is no indication the vandalism is gang-related.
Violence striking 2 neighborhoods in Prince George's County early this morning. A triple shooting on Jade Court in Capitol Heights left 1 man dead. And just 10 minutes away on Cooper Lane in Hyattsville, 1 man was killed in a separate shooting. Maryland Bureau Chief Brad Bell is joining us live in Landover Hills with the details. Very violent morning, Brad.
Yeah, you know what? Prince George's County, by and large, has been spared the outburst of violence that's been plaguing the district, Baltimore City, this year, but it was, in fact, a tough night. This is one of the locations, a very busy shopping center, busy sidewalk, where they awoke to the horror of a murder victim right here. But let's tell you about how they started. 12:30 last night, the first one, as you said, Capitol Heights, Jade Court, residential community, townhouses. People reported gunshots. Police arrived and found 3 people had been shot, 1 man killed, another critically injured, a woman there also critically injured. My police sources tell me right now it's a whodunit. They don't know the motive and they don't have any suspects. And while detectives are there, they had to respond over to the second murder scene, Landover Hills, Cooper Lane, near 450, as we said. Again, the report of gunfire. Police arrived to find the murder victim, a young man lying across the sidewalk. Another whodunit. We talked to police spokespeople, and they say there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason or any connection between the two.
You never can predict when homicides occur. All we can do is work them to the best of our ability and make sure that we close as many cases as we can.
Now, in the last 30 minutes, we've learned the identity of one of these murder victims. When we come back at 5, we'll tell you a little more about him and more about these crimes. In Landover Hills, Brad Bell, ABC 7 News.
Okay, Brad, we'll see you then. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, Republican presidential candidates Donald Trump and Senator Ted Cruz among the speakers on Capitol Hill today to protest the Iran nuclear deal. The event is still going on at this hour. Diane Cho is live on the Hill with their words about this deal. Diane?
Well, Allison, you can see the crowd here behind me on the West Lawn still. This rally has been underway for about 3 hours now. Instead of going head-to-head in a debate, 2 Republican presidential hopefuls shared the stage in a rally to stop the Iran nuclear deal. This all comes, of course, after Democrats gave the administration enough votes to sustain a veto from the president if a disapproval resolution should make its way through Republican-controlled Congress. Donald Trump came out on stage today with REM's song, "It's the End of the World as We Know It," at the rally organized by Tea Party leaders and pro-Israel groups against the deal. Texas Senator Ted Cruz also stressed that if the deal goes through, billions of dollars will go to radical Islamic terrorist groups.
I've been doing deals for a long time. I've been making lots of wonderful deals, great deals. That's what I do. Never, ever, ever in my life have I seen any transaction so incompetently negotiated as our deal with Iran.
And of course, the rally also drew protesters as well. The group known as Code Pink was out here supporting the deal, along with a group of veterans from all across the country who say this deal is a way to prevent a future war.
Well, I think that, look, when the last time we didn't follow diplomatic solutions, I ended up putting my friends in body bags in Iraq, and I don't want to repeat that experience.
And today, Iran's supreme leader predicted that Israel would not exist in 25 years, adding that Tehran will not discuss the deal any further with the U.S. Reporting live from Capitol Hill, Diane Cho, ABC 7 News.
Now, this Iran nuclear deal is the focus of a town hall that you can watch tonight on our sister station, News Channel 8. Senior political reporter Scott Thuman will host a roundtable discussion on the state of affairs surrounding the deal. That is tonight at 7 on News Channel 8. Well, job cuts at Lockheed Martin, the Bethesda-based defense contractor, announced today it is eliminating about 500 jobs from its information systems and global solutions segment. The reduction includes voluntary and involuntary layoffs and will be done by mid-November. Lockheed Martin is trying to get more competitive and adjust to changing government priorities.
Thousands of Catholic students from around the country are taking a pledge ahead of the Pope's historic visit to the United States. This is a pledge to walk with the pontiff. John Gonzalez spent the day with students from our area who are preparing physically and spiritually for the Pope to arrive.
In exactly 2 weeks, Pope Francis will be celebrating Mass here in Washington, D.C., and today, just miles up the road in Rockville, Maryland, the entire student body at St. Mary's Catholic School,
I will pray the rosary at home,
pledging to walk with Francis.
I will pray.
And they are literally walking today. Take a look, their steps forming a giant cross.
I think that having the Pope in the United States makes it real for them. It's not just a picture they've seen on TV.
They walk out of the classrooms, through the hallways, and out to the courtyard, right past a life-size cutout of the pontiff himself. The staff here hoping the students walk into a life of deep devotion and appreciation.
This is an opportunity for all of us, Catholics, non-Catholics, to really think about how we live our lives.
I think it's exciting because he's the leader of the Catholic Church.
And amid the math problems and the history lessons, talk of the leader of the Catholic Church has been a buzz in these hallways for weeks now.
And now, who remembers why Pope Francis is coming to the United States?
It is to get people to serve, to help those who are underprivileged.
And this pledge is not just symbolic. These students have promised to volunteer their time. And come the 23rd, only about 24 of the nearly 200 students here will be awarded a ticket to go downtown and try to get a glimpse.
I will give money to the poor.
In Rockville, Maryland, John Gonzalez, ABC 7 News.
Now, the website Airbnb is seeing a rise in business ahead of the Pope's visit to D.C. Airbnb, of course, is that site for people to list, find, and rent homes or rooms. Well, according to the latest numbers, the company has nearly 3,400 guests booked in the district just for the papal visit. That's a 30% increase from April. Most guests are coming from New York, L.A., and Sydney, Australia. Stay with ABC7 and WJLA.com for complete coverage of the Pope's visit to D.C. Look for more than 40 hours of coverage on our sister station, News Channel 8.
California lawmakers are closer to banning schools in the state from using Redskins as a mascot team name or even a nickname. Now, the legislation passed the state Senate. Now it moves on to the House. Officials with the Change the Mascot movement are now urging the NFL to ban the term for Washington's football team. They say if the entire state of California finds the term too offensive, so should the NFL. Coming up on ABC 7 News at 4 o'clock for us.
After months of speculation, Apple finally unveiled its new products, the new options, and when you'll be able to buy them.
And the push to figure out what led to a catastrophe on a runway. Who is being credited with saving the lives of everyone on this plane that caught fire?
I'm Kelly Lynn in the newsroom. I'll tell you about an effort to ensure that the 9/11 Pentagon attack is never forgotten. That story's coming up.